Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing the best tropical fragrances for summer. This is one of my all-time favorite categories. These are my flirty mermaid perfumes. Very juicy, luscious, a lot of fruity florals, some coconut, but not all. I wanted to include a variety here, so I promise if you despise coconut, there is still something on this list for you. The one thing they all have in common is they're incredibly luxurious and elevated. So think private island vacation vibes. Starting with one of the best additions to my fragrance collection this year, Sunset Hour from Goldfield and Banks, Australia. Keynotes include mandarin, desert peach, raspberry, jasmine sambac absolute, ginger, pink pepper, sandalwood, cashmere wood, and benzoin. It's very warm and romantic. It truly does smell like golden hour. When I smell this fragrance, it just makes me think of a date night watching the sunset somewhere tropical, beautiful. It's a little fruity, but it's very smooth. The peach and raspberry combination is perfection in this fragrance. And the only reason why I don't have a bigger dent is because it's very brand new for me. But I remember trying this fragrance or smelling a sample years ago, and it was love at first sniff, and it immediately went on my wish list. You get that vibrant energy from the fruity notes and then this very smooth, creamy dry down from the sandalwood, and the combination is just perfection in a bottle. One of the most beautiful tropical summery fragrances I've ever smelled. It has a warmth that's reminiscent of sunshine on the skin, so I feel like you could wear this during the day, but because it is so romantic, it's a little bit sweet, very sensual. I think this could be great for evening. This is really summer signature scent worthy. I think this would be really beautiful for a beach bride. If you were getting married on the beach, Sunset Hour would be the perfect fragrance to wear because it just smells so elegant as well. It's a little sweet, but it's not too sweet. It smells very timeless, just strolling the beach in a beautiful dress, holding hands with your loved one. That's what this fragrance smells like. Next is Initio Addictive Vibration with keynotes of apple blossom, orange blossom, honey, vanilla, and musk. Now this fragrance is the occasion. It's a little less strolling the beach, holding the hand of someone you love, and a bit more show-stopping, head-turning, truly addicting, mouth-watering, what is she wearing type of fragrance. It's a moment. It is so incredible. A very delicious tropical gourmand with those fruity notes. The honey gives it this warm, solar, very expensive, wealthy, just ooey gooey deliciousness that I love. It's a date night on South Beach, date night in Ibiza, night out on the town, girls trip, romantic evening out type of fragrance. If you want to smell like a tropical dessert, this is the fragrance for you. You don't even need to watch the rest of this video. This is the one, and it is going to draw so many compliments because, for one thing, people are actually going to be able to smell you. It has great projection, but the notes that it has are a little bit sweet. It's going to draw people in closer, and it is just going to drive people crazy. It's so good. Hands down, one of the sexiest fragrances in my collection, and there's nothing else really like it that I've ever tried. It has that it factor. I wouldn't call this a full 180, but we're definitely changing direction now for something a bit more relaxing and tropical. This is Elin Gold from M. Micallef. This has top notes of peach, lychee, sage, rosemary, geranium, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, mint, magnolia, rose, vanilla, coconut, musk, and oak moss. To me, Elin Gold smells like the ultimate spa day or yoga retreat, somewhere really glamorous. It's incredible. One of the most interesting, unexpected fragrances in my entire collection. I cannot believe I haven't heard more buzz about this fragrance. Kind of stumbled upon it by accident. Does have a little coconut in the dry down, but what really stands out to me is the rosemary, the mint, the sage. It has a very herbal, natural, just calming smell to it. It's aromatherapy in a bottle. I can feel myself getting calmer the more I smell this fragrance. and it still has an edible quality to it. This is for the niche fragrance lover who doesn't like to smell like everybody else. You don't lean towards designer fragrances. You like vanilla, you like coconut, you like all of these notes that are so popular for a reason. They're found in a lot of fragrances, but you want something that is one of one, that you are going to stand out every time you wear it. This is the perfect fragrance for you. Another signature scent of the summer worthy bottle. This is another mood booster aptly named Smile from Acro. It has keynotes of bergamot, raspberry, sage, and musk. It's very citrusy right away, which I don't typically love. There are a small handful of citrus forward fragrances that I absolutely love. This is one of them. It's so bright. I guess it's the bergamot, but I feel like there must be lemon lime in there as well. It just sort of hits you. It has that zing, that zesty burst of citrus. But then as it dries down, it gets incredible. The sage and the raspberry really come through. This is one that really surprised me the first time I tried it. At first, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but as I wore it throughout the day, I just became obsessed. I kept smelling myself. I could not stop smelling myself. It smells so good. The raspberry gives it a little sweetness, a little feminine touch. The sage is, again, very relaxing, a little bit herbal. It smells very natural, very happy. Sunshine in a bottle. You have to try this on the skin. I really feel like it's one of those fragrances that you can't appreciate unless you wear it, because wearing the fragrance is what makes you fall in love with it. It just smells so good. It's so summery. If the color yellow, bright yellow or neon green, if those colors could have a fragrance or a scent to them, it would be this. It's carefree, casual, every single day. A little bit on the tropical side because of the juicy fruitiness, but no coconut, and unique. It has that wow factor, that it factor. I don't think I've ever smelled a fragrance like this. I would say this is probably my favorite Acro fragrance. I really like Rise and Awake, but I almost prefer when I layer those two with something else. This doesn't need to be layered with anything. It is a masterpiece on its own. I want to talk about some more affordable options as well. These are great, just as incredible as the really expensive luxury niche fragrances for a fraction of the cost, and you can conveniently find these at Sephora for around $100, $130. This is Juliet Has a Gun Lust for Sun. It's a fresh solar fragrance that smells like a day at the beach. Keynotes include ylang ylang, monoi, coconut water, vanilla, and musk. This is the ultimate tropical floral fragrance. It smells like you're just walking through a tropical garden and you're just getting hit in the face with fresh flowers. Very flirty and feminine. It reminds me of Hawaii for some reason, or I guess it reminds me of the leis that they put around your neck. If you had just a bunch of those lei necklaces made of is it orchid petals? That's what this reminds me of. Like a tropical princess. It truly does smell like the perfect day at the beach. It smells like sunshine in a bottle. It's very warm, happy, relaxing. It's just going to transport you to vacation instantly. And this is Sunkissed Dahlia from Skyler. It's a warm floral fragrance with keynotes of dahlia, apple, and amber. Now this is on the sweeter side, a beautiful fruity floral fragrance, but it still has that warmth and sensuality from the amber notes. It is so underrated. This smells like sunset, golden hour in a bottle, but it's a little bit sweeter, maybe a little bit more youthful than Sunset Hour from Goldfield and Banks, but it's incredible. Not enough people are talking about this fragrance and how outstanding it is. This is so far ahead of all of the other Skyler fragrances, in my opinion. This is date night, getting dressed up, special occasion, going out for a romantic night with a loved one. Very seductive and sensual, just a gorgeous, delicious fragrance. If you love a fruity vanilla, you want something tropical that doesn't just smell like a coconut bomb, Sunkissed Dahlia is your fragrance. In my last fragrance video, a lot of people were commenting that they love the new Jo Malone Frangipani flower, and I agree with you. This is incredible on its own, but I didn't see anybody mention this combination. I think I like these two together even more. This is the Frangipani flower with wood sage and sea salt, a classic. There's something really special about the combination. I really like that Frangipani flower is a bit singular. It just smells like fresh flowers in the sun, and that's about it. Wood sage and sea salt adds a little texture, a little dimension. That way, when you wear them together, I find them to last a little bit longer, but it also makes it a bit more complex. You get that salty minerality, it's very natural. It's a little bit aquatic, relaxing from the wood sage and sea salt. And then you get the sweetness, the light, fluffy femininity from Frangipani flower. So if you love this and you also happen to have Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt, try these two together. See what you think. It could be your everyday fragrance, could be your summer vacation fragrance, doesn't matter. It just smells so lovely. And another new launch from 2024 is Miami Nectar from Ellis Brooklyn. It has key notes of coconut water, pink pineapple, plumeria, vanilla, sweet amber, and salted woods. This is your unapologetically pina colada princess perfume. The pineapple is so strong. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I don't know why I even bothered with the travel spray. This is full bottle worthy. So juicy and mouthwatering. It's like biting into a fresh, juicy pineapple with a little coconut water as well. It's very fruity initially, that's all you really pick up on, and then as it dries down, you get the aquatic notes, it's a little more floral, and then after a few minutes, I definitely pick up on the silky woods. It ends up being really elegant on the skin. I absolutely love Miami Nectar. This and Apple Love are my two favorites from Ellis Brooklyn. It's fun, flirty, a little adventurous. It reminds me of being outside, being on the ocean. I could absolutely see myself wearing this down to South Beach, Lincoln Road, or just out and about here. You know, you don't have to be in Miami to appreciate Miami Nectar, but it does sort of transport you to a tropical climate. And I get a bit of the Art Deco neon inspiration because it is just so bright and happy. You get that burst of the fruitiness. It's so new to my collection, I've only had it for a couple weeks, but I know this is going to be so much fun to wear. Going back to more luxury niche favorites, now we have the Old Guard. I've had these in my collection for years, and I could not talk about my favorite tropical fragrances without mentioning them because they are absolute stunners. Moon Glory from The Harmonist is another beast mode tropical princess perfume. It has keynotes of ylang-ylang, Hawaiian jasmine, lychee, organic honey, queen of the night flower, passion flower, Peru balsam, and white musks. If you like your fragrances bold with a lot of projection, you want to draw compliments and make a statement with your fragrance, you will love Moon Glory. The fruits used in this fragrance are very exotic, so it smells very different from your typical fruity floral fragrance. It is very musky and very powdery. So you have to be able to appreciate a powdery, musky fragrance to really love it. It is incredibly feminine, very powerful. It's actually very rare that a fragrance moves me when I smell it for the first time the way Moon Glory did. This was not only instant love, it was instant purchase. I don't even know if I asked the price tag, I'm sure I did, but I just could not leave the store without it. I kept smelling my arm, kept going back to it. It's so unique. This is one of those 10 out of 10 wow factor fragrances. I can guarantee you've never smelled anything else like it. Cassiopeia from Tiziana Terenzi has passion fruit, cassis, lemon, fern, tonka bean, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. This would be another great bridal fragrance for anybody who's getting married over the summer, getting married on the beach, maybe a destination bride. This would be beautiful. Creamy vanilla fruits. A very expensive sun-kissed dahlia from Skyler. I would say these two fragrances are in the same family, but this definitely smells elevated. It smells very expensive. Sweet feminine, it's a fruity floral fragrance, but so different from Moon Glory. This is a little bit more delicate, a little bit more demure. This is a princess fragrance. If you like mango, pineapple, and vanilla, you will love Cassiopeia. Dama Bianca from Xerjoff has to be one of the most popular best-selling niche fragrances. It has keynotes of vanilla, kumquat, iris, musk, lily of the valley, and jasmine. It is such a standout, even among my favorite fragrances in one of my favorite categories. I mean, this could truly be like a best of the best fragrance list for me because it's just my style. Even still, Dama Bianca manages to stand out just a little bit more than the rest. I love that juicy bite you get from the lime and the kumquat right away. And then you get a tropical bouquet of flowers and finally a gorgeous creamy vanilla dry down. It is just the most perfect tropical vanilla fragrance to ever exist. The combination of citrus and vanilla has become incredibly popular. This is not that. This is not just lemon sugar or a lemon pound cake. It's very different from those other fragrances that have been so popular lately. What more is there to say? It's easily one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. It's probably a top 5 in my collection, just outstanding. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people talk about this. I never get sick of this fragrance. I probably don't wear it as much as I should because I feel like I have to save it for special occasions. And even on my special occasions, I feel like there's nothing special enough that would warrant wearing Dama Bianca, but it is incredible. If you're a niche fragrance lover, fragrance collector, I'm sure you already have this in your collection. If not, there is no excuse not to at least try a sample of this. You have to get your nose on it. And finally, Ojon Intense from Fragrance du Bois. It has keynotes of Manoi, Ylang Ylang, pineapple, jasmine, orange blossom, white flowers, vanilla, musk, and oud. This is another pineapple coconut combination. It is so beautiful. It's a masterpiece. Not quite pina colada. I think there's too much sandalwood. Maybe it's the oud. I definitely get more of a woody coconut feel to it. It is so smooth, delicious, gourmand, incredibly feminine. Maybe the elegant older sister of Miami Nectar. It's not quite as fun and playful. It's a little bit more sophisticated. Definitely smells luxurious. This is that private island vacation, sailing on a yacht for a couple months, traveling the world, just globetrotter, fabulous, always impeccably dressed, the most stylish, effortlessly chic person you know who's never in the same place for too long. This is the type of fragrance that she would wear. I would say this is the best fragrance from Fragrance du Bois in my opinion, and it's so feminine and so powerful and it just exudes sensuality and confidence. I really was hoping for something like this, even maybe not tropical, but I was really hoping for a fragrance like this or that captured the similar mood from Siren in the pink bottle. Didn't really love that fragrance. I was looking for something that really exuded that feminine sensuality the way Ojon Intense does. But I guess maybe they already created their perfect fragrance and it's this. It already exists. And that completes my list of the best tropical fragrances for summer. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. If you have an all-time favorite tropical fragrance that wasn't included, definitely drop it in a comment because I would love to read through all of your recommendations. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box. I will also tag everything directly to the video with timestamps in case it's easier to shop directly through YouTube. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.